and about on the Recumbents. For June 11th, we headed out to Ice Lake to test the new Schwalbe Marathon GT 365 semi-knobby tire. Come along, it's time to get dirty.
Okay, we're going to get ready to go. We're going to go up a little further to a different parking lot. This is Ice Lake. You can kind of see by the little sign up there if you can read that. I'm going to go up here and kind of show you this view. It's a nice view. I mean, it really is. This is Ice Lake on the United States Air Force Academy grounds. It's a pretty good sized lake, to be honest with you. Oh, it's too bad. Okay. One more view. We'll do like kind of a 360 here. There's a trail all the way around it. All right. We're going to head back down to the parking lot here. I got to be careful because these sandals I'm wearing are bicycle sandals, and they do have fairly good grip, but not 100% on this gravelly stuff. All right. Head back over to the trikes here, and I'm going to shut her off. Joe says hi. Boy, just for a little time, that seat hotter than crystal.
Okay, this is BJ and Joe Ondo from Out and About on Recumbents. We're heading back from Ice Lake on the grounds of the United States Air Force Academy on the just off the New Santa Fe Trail. And so now we're heading home. We had our brown bag lunch and heading home on this very beautiful but very hot day. It's like 90 plus today, and 90 plus here in Colorado Springs at 6,014 feet is warm. All right, so let me get my mic situated here. Hopefully you guys can hear me. On the way up, I didn't use this is just a inexpensive plug-in mic. Go ahead, babe. And I didn't use it. I tried to use the one in the camera, but just in case you can't hear any of that. Where are you going, dear? Oh, it's over here. Okay. Yeah, you're right. Remember, always follow your wife. She knows where the heck she's going. Oh, man. It's amazing how good that little bit of shade feels. Yeah, so like I said, we are on the New Santa Fe Trail. And this is the third trail that makes up the Pikes Peak Greenway that actually starts about 40, almost 50 miles south of here, about 40 miles south of here, in the town of Fountain, Colorado, at the Fountain Regional Park. And you follow that trail, and that trail is the Fountain Regional Trail. And then you'll come into Colorado Springs. And when you get to Colorado Springs, through the city, which is mostly concrete now, is considered the Monument Valley Trail. And then as you head north, like we are now, or I'm sorry, as you head north like we did, you pick up the New Santa Fe Trail. And that will take you all the way north to Monument, Colorado, and Palmer Lake, Colorado. Nice little foothill towns. Several restaurants, that kind of thing. Sadly, not very many places to actually stay overnight. Got a rider behind us too, babe. Thank you. Good. Bike's back there. Slow down a little bit, let them by. Okay, we're good. We're clear. A little bumpy there. Sorry, folks. I do have to apologize if there's a little bit of instability. My camera is a very inexpensive $40 off of out of Amazon. Cam Park 4K Ultra. I shoot at 2.7K, 30 frames per second. So if you want to, if you've got really good setup for your video, and you can go to HD. In fact, I think you can take it all the way up to, I know you can get at least 1080p on YouTube, but I think maybe you can get at least, you might be able to get 4K if you've got, the paid subscription or something. We don't, so. Okay. Like I said, we're now heading south from Ice Lake, and we're getting ready to go through the South Academy Trail Gate. Now this isn't the South Gate to all the big features of the Air Force Academy, like the Cadet Chapel and the Cadet dorms and all that kind of stuff. This is the Trail Gate, South Trail Gate. And this is where you seriously get onto the Air Force Academy. They're kind enough to work with El Paso County Park System and let us go through the grounds and use their trail system, which is really great. At times of crisis, though, they can close those gates, and you best not trespass, because you'll find yourself at the end of a security police, or now they're called Security Forces M16. I know I used to be a security forces in the Air Force. So I know how serious they are when it comes to borders. Those gates are closed, don't bother, turn around. Otherwise, though, it's great. It's a beautiful day. I mean, it is stunning. It is going to be like 95 or 96. Like I said up there when we took off for Colorado Springs at over 6,000 feet altitude, anything over 90, anything 90 and up is very hot. We are literally closer to the sun than you would be if you were on the flatlands. The new Santa Fe trail here is a nice trail. It's very wide. Strictly gravel on this part. You have to get down into Colorado Springs to get on the concrete asphalt combo. And then as you exit southern Colorado Springs by the soccer and baseball fields, that's when I'm pretty sure that's when it turns into the Fountain Regional Trail, which turns back to dirt. So this trail is about 50 miles long, maybe 55, if you do the whole trail. But I would say that at least 30 to 35 is dirt. If you don't like dirt, this ain't your trail. And this is not, most of the places is pretty flat, but as you can tell, we are coming up to a big old hill. I'm going to scoot around Jo because she has to go a little slower. I have a bit more motor than she does. Now we don't have e-motors. Ours are strictly human-powered vehicles, or HPVs. they have old, tired, 67-year-old motors, namely our bodies. And, but we do okay, especially Joe. She's has heart problems and she's a type 2 diabetic, and yet she's out here. Just no excuses. It's a stunning day. This is definitely the more scenic part. We'll be riding down into Colorado Springs and catching the, we'll stop at Criterium Bicycle Shop, which is right on the trail. Hello. Howdy. Mostly what you're going to see up here is mountain bikes. Full suspension mountain bikes, full suspension e-bikes, e-mountain bikes. But then you'll see the gravel bikes. They look like, at first they look like road racers, but they're not. The frames are longer and they use a wider tire than a road racer does. But otherwise they look like a road racer. They have drop bars and all that trick fancy stuff. Our trikes are Terra trikes. That's the name of the company. And I ride a Rover X8. This is an entry-level trike that they don't make anymore. The new entry-level trike is called the Maverick, which is kind of cool. If you've seen the new movie, it'd be cool to have a Maverick. But Joe's trike's a little nicer than mine. It's a step up. It's a step above. It's a Terra Trike Rambler, the older 20-inch wheel version. We can't afford new trikes on our meager Social Security income, but luckily we have a great shop here in town, Angle Tech, www.cycledifferent.com, and they actually sell used trikes. So thankful to them. They take excellent care of us. And, you know, we don't have the money to spend like most of the folks where they buy, you know, from them. I mean, you know, they walk in there and they buy a $6,000 trike and then put a $3,000 e-assist motor system on it and walk away happy. Our trikes cost us right around $900 because they're older. Mine's a 2016. Joe's is a 2014. And like I said, they're non-e-assist. And we paid, like I said, between $900 and $1,000 for them. But yet, the folks at Angle Tech, Kelvin, the owner, Kirk, the head of service, Josiah, I'm going to call him the assistant manager. I don't know if that's an official title, but he's been around for a long time, and I'm going to give him that title. He's the assistant manager, both sales and service. And then there's our favorite lady who comes to sales, and that's Alexis. Really cool name. And yeah, like I said, just great people. It is an extremely busy shop, but they still take good care of you. And they ship all across the United States. So if you don't have a trike shop in your area, a recumbent shop in your area, please look them up. Again, www.cycledifferent.com. Okay, that's enough for the commercial. I like to plug them a little. As you can tell, this is a nice wide trail. It's definitely a double track. It's not a single track. Because with trikes, especially ours are what they call tadpole trikes, which means they have two wheels out front, one wheel in back. And they're almost 3 feet wide at the front end. So it's like you really can't do single track on these. I mean, I know some people that are half crazy and do it, but you're going to beat up your trike if you do. Yeah, I got to hold up here because Joe, I don't see her. Oh, here she comes. I got to hold up and wait for Joe. Like I said, she doesn't have, I'm a much stronger rider. I've been very fortunate, thank you, dear God. I've not had any heart attacks, or I don't have diabetes, which is surprising because my nickname used to be the Cookie Monster for a serious reason. I seriously like cookies. And sadly, I've had to give them up. Okay, here comes Joe. Doing okay, Shug? Okay. All right, we're getting a little shade, a little reward, as we like to call it downhill. If you watch our videos, you'll know that. We call the uphills, oh boy, we got a booger of a hill here, dear. Yeah, this is a booger. I can just kind of kick in the turbo thighs. Joe can't do that, so she's got to go up slow. But even the turbo thighs run out on you. This is where the new tire that we put on the back earns its money. The new tire is by a company called Schwalbe, and it is the GT, the Marathon GT 365, and it has a much deeper, meaner tread bar pattern than the regular Marathon street tires that we have on the front. And very impressed with it so far. It's done a darn good job. I don't know if Joe's going to make it or not. Hello. All right, Joe made it. Very good. Because Joe can't just power up those hills, those sandy grade or gravelly grades. She has to get down into her lower gears, which she has because she has a mountain bike type setup, and go slow. But sometimes it's real easy when you have to go slow to lose traction up a gravelly incline like that. So that was really good to see because that was a fairly steep one. It wasn't very long, but it was steep. We got another one coming up, Joe. Well, maybe not. Yeah, I think we do. I think there's two of them, if I remember right. But it digs good through the more deeper gravel section. Just real limited slip, which is really good. Much better than the stock tires. There's a rock over here. It has a plaque. And it says, the connection of the Pikes Peak Greenway and the new Santa Fe Regional Trail was made possible by the dedication and support of the citizens of Colorado Springs and El Paso County, dedicated March 17, 2000. I had no idea this trail was that young. This trail is much older. Hello. Very good about yourself. All right. See, that's pretty much what today's ride was about. Number one, it's a beautiful day. We wanted to get out. It's a Saturday today. I believe it's the 11th? Yeah. Saturday, June 11th. And so right now we're on the new Santa Fe Trail. We're heading to Woodman Avenue overpass. And we go underneath that. And then we'll pick up a little bit of concrete out from the overpass itself. And then we'll be on a little bit of gravelly, kind of meaner gravelly dirt. And then we get back on the older asphalt part of the trail. It's still in pretty good shape. And forgive me, my hand is really bad about that. It's my train of thought. Sometimes it just runs right off the track. That's what happens when you get to be almost 70 years old, okay? So, we're gonna, and then we'll get on the, once we pass that little bit of older asphalt, we get on the brand new, and I mean brand new, serious concrete, smooth as glass trail down to Criterion Bicycles. And we'll technically be on the Monument Valley Trail part of the overall Pikes Peak Greenway. If that's confusing, I agree. That's the way they do it. Personally, I call the whole thing the Pikes Peak Greenway. That way it's easier. I'm gonna just slow down here a bit and let Joe catch up. Trying to get a drink real quick. Got to drink a lot of water. I froze this one water bottle all night long in the freezer. We started our ride probably about 8:30 a.m. and it is now 12:14, and that water bottle is just, the ice is just about gone. You can take a drink. Did a good job getting up that one incline. That was a steep incline. How bad did your tire slip?
Pretty bad because there's a lot of gravel there.
Yeah. Well, and it's up, and it's getting bare, you know, because it's up. So, like I said, if you ever get to a point where you just don't think you can do it, just stop. I'll come back and get you. Get you up that hill. You've done really well today. A little bit of deep sand here. Be careful. All right. A little bit of downhill there. Hi. This ride today is a test run for the tire. So far, I'm going to give it an A. Now, let's give it an A minus. It has slipped in a couple places, but nothing major for me because I can get up ahead of steam. Start heading up the trail. Joe says on that last really steep, short steep one that she did do quite a bit of slipping, but it still got her up the hill. So if she'd had just her regular marathon street tire, which is the marathon, either the regular marathon or the marathon plus, she never made it up that hill. Oh, we got a big test coming up. Okay, watch your downhill speed, Shug. Yeah, you do have to be very careful on the Recumbent trike on the downhill gravelly roads because we don't have rear brakes on trikes. Okay? bicycle, if you're coming downhill, what you do is just lightly apply the rear brake and stay off the front, because the front can slide out real easy on this kind of stuff. But the rear does all the work. Well, on a trike you don't have rear brakes, so you kind of have to modulate them. You just lightly pump them on the way down, and if it starts to skid, you just let off, and you start pumping again. Because if you just stay on it, you'll end up sliding off. Now on a trike, you probably won't get hurt unless there's a ditch on both sides, but you will end up sliding off. So yeah, it's very, very important on a recumbent trike. That's the name of what we ride. They are recumbent, R-E-C-U-M-B-E-N-T, recumbent trikes, because these are 3 wheels. Now they also have recumbent bikes too. Those are 2 wheels. And I had a recumbent bike. Had a very nice, inexpensive but absolutely bulletproof Sun, S-U-N. Actually, the new name for the recumbent side is Sunseeker. So I had a Sunseeker EZ1 SX, and really, totally enjoyed it. Just as comfortable, you know, the right type of seating, like the trikes do. But the trike is extra special because it's amazing how much work little micro adjustments that you put into, sorry, big downhill. Need control here. Wait for Joe here. Well, we're almost back to Woodman. That's Woodman Avenue. That's a real major east-west auto road here in the city of Colorado Springs. Well, I don't see her yet, so I'm going to have to get off and go help her get up that hill. So, give me a minute. Oh, no, here she comes. She's just done well today. All right, great job, Joe. You need to stop for a drink? You need to stop for a drink? No? Okay. We'll stop at Criterium, fill up the water bottles, maybe get us a bar. We're talking about a Cliff Bar, okay? Now, Criterium Bike Shop is very unique because it's just, I mean, it's like feet off the trail itself. And for several years, they actually had a little cafe in the summertime called the Creek Cafe. Well, they don't have that anymore, which is really sad. They had these bacon, lettuce, and tomato sliders that they called the, not a BLT, but an MTB for mountain bike. And a slider. And, man, they were good. But now what they have, which will make the beer drinkers really happy, the Trails in Tap Room built a tap. It's like, like 14 different beers that they sell that you can ride up and get yourself a beer at the bike shop. Very convenient. Sadly, Joe and I don't drink beer. Number one, I'm allergic to hops, so that beer's out of the question. Almost all beer has hops of some sort. All right, that was the Woodman overpass. Now we're going to cross the bridge here. We got this little bit of concrete, so it fools you. You think, oh, the dirt's all gone. Well, no. This is Monument Valley Creek that we're crossing with this little bridge, which isn't in the world's best shape, mainly because, you know, the bikes that ride this are big old 29-inch tire suspension mountain bikes. So, yeah, they don't care. But it's a little different for us because our trikes are non-suspension, which means we feel the bumps. That's one of the reasons we don't do a lot of dirt, because we feel the bumps. Now what we're going to do is, we have this one part over here that's this real loose, kind of rocky gravel, you know. The rocks are bigger, which is a bummer. So I apologize again for the stabilization factor. I've got the stabilization setting at 100%, and it's just not that strong. I'm hoping someday that I can buy a used GoPro 6 and up, and you know, get that to be able to make our videos, because that would be really nice. You know, GoPro's probably got the best stabilization setup in the business. So, but a GoPro 6 or 7 used, you know, because they're up to 10, it's still a couple of $100, and I just don't have it. Like I said, we live on a very limited Social Security income now. Very limited. We just, actually, to be truthful, we don't even quite make the month. We have to use this switch from Silver Key, which is a senior type setup here. But that's only for about a week of food. And the problem of it is it's very general food, and a lot of stuff Joe's not supposed to eat. When you're a type 2 diabetic, you're supposed to have mainly fresh vegetables, you know, non-fried meat, you know, salads, that kind of stuff, which are very expensive, especially right now, because, you know, all the prices are totally insane. And but so for at least a week, maybe 2, she has to eat stuff she's not supposed to eat, so she just eats smaller portions. Okay. Alright. As you can see, we're back on the asphalt trail, which is nice because it's smoother. This is the better part of the trail, the asphalt trail. The trail used to be asphalt all the way up from Criterium Bike Shop, but it was getting in horrible shape. And just all the end of April, they came and they concreted that whole section up to the Cottonwood Creek Trail junction, and yeah, it's nice, man. It's just really, really nice. This is the Indian motorcycle dealer here. Used to be an Italian restaurant. That's the Indian motorcycle. It's like they got all kinds. They got a big thing going here. Food trucks, bands. Looks like they may have their demo team out here. So if you're watching in Colorado Springs and you've always wanted to ride an Indian motorcycle, snatch your helmet up and come on up. I'm sure you'd be more than happy to let you ride. We rode motorcycles, touring motorcycles for 40 years or more, a little more. But alas, with our income level now, we just can't afford it anymore. And it's a shame, because it was a wonderful, wonderful lifestyle. And that's what it was. It was a lifestyle. We enjoyed it. Our last bike was a little Harley Davidson Sportster 883 super low, but we tricked it out totally and made it into a lightweight touring machine. And in the 4 years we had it, we put on 40,000 miles. So yeah, we enjoyed touring on a motorcycle. Just stunning. Miss it a lot. But now we have our trikes, and we're very happy with these trikes. This is the newly made concrete section of this trail. And I mean to tell you, it's so nice. Oh, we got another recumbent trike coming up at us. That's pretty, I mean, there's not that many recumbent trikes yet. We're getting there. Not yet. Howdy. Oh, I know that guy. We had actually tried to start a little recumbent group, you know, club, whatever you want to call it. A social thing, and social and riding group. And I think he was one of the first people that showed up for a ride, but that was the last time we saw him. I think he's got, he's an amputee, and he's got e-assist, so he has an electric motor on his trike. So that made us, since we don't have e-assist on ours, that made us a lot slower than he wanted to go. So we never saw him again, and the group just never really got going. A little bit, and then all of a sudden it just kind of fell apart. Now what we've done is we changed it from a group to a network on Facebook. It's called the Pikes Peak Recumbent Trike and Bike. No, Pikes Peak Regional Recumbent Trike and Bike Net for network. And basically what it is, it's an all pure volunteer thing. If somebody's going to go riding, they want company, they'll let you know. They'll give you a spot to check them out, ride with them, and, you know, you only have to go as far as you want to go. That's a good looking full suspension mountain bike there, boy. This thing's climb over boulders, you know, it's amazing. Now we've got Fountain Creek on the right, and we've got or Monument Valley Creek. According to who's telling you what it is, it uses both names. And we're heading down to Criterion Bike Shop, where you can get a bike and a beer. Nice people, even though they don't sell recumbents, which is a shame, because they are nice people. It'd be great if they did. We buy a lot of accessories from them, because our dealer here doesn't have I mean, they have some, but it's a small shop, so they don't have like a lot of, different clothes and helmets, all that kind of stuff that goes around with bicycles. We're trying to either one. And so, these guys have been around since the 70s. So we'd like to come over here and, spend a little money with them whenever we can, which is fairly rare these days. But we do try, because we like supporting them. They'll let you, use the restroom and fill your water bottles up. And, that's worth it, just right there. It's worth supporting them. Even if it's just as simple as buying a Cliff Bar, or some Noon tablets or something like that. It's worth doing. It's nice to have them. All right, so we're going to be going up here and turning it off, and then we'll be heading back to home. It's warm today. Whew. All right, up the hill. Up. All right. Turn around here. Stay tight, dear. You got a recumbent behind you. Go ahead and go all the way around so he can get up here.
Dude, I got a motor.
All right. Still, you got under seat steering. That's a little complicated.
Okay, well, we're just up from Ice Lake and found a nice place with actual shade and nice big old oak tree, or elm, one of the two. I think it's oak. And a couple of really nice flat top rocks to be able to sit down and have our lunch, our brown bag lunch. And just give you kind of a 360 of this area. This is strictly just a parking lot, just right off the trail. There's Joe and the trikes. Kind of give you a view of our trikes. You don't get to see, they're actually slowed down. Try not to move too much. And here's the new tire we were talking about. Alright. So we're going to be heading back now because it's like 90 degrees and it's supposed to hit 95, 96 today. So this is far enough. We got our test in. We're pretty happy with the way it went. And maybe later on in fall or something, we might try to go all the way, the whole, like 40 miles to Monument and Palmer Lake. But for now, all right. This is, I'll be recording on the way back. But I'm going to go ahead and finish out this with this battery. So, we'll see you heading south. Okay, so here we are at Criterion Bike Shop. Like I said, it's right on the trail. You guys have a great day.
Yep, you too.
Nice talking.
I didn't get
All
you.
right.
I'm Mark.
Oh, I'm BJ.
Good to meet you, BJ. Hope to see you out here again.
All right, take care. A really nice couple there. He's got an Azub recumbent bicycle, under seat steering, which is really pretty cool. And then you've got, this is a great shop. I wish they sold recumbents, but I like to buy all our clothes and that kind of stuff here if I can. Okay, there's Joe. So we're gonna mount up here and we're gonna call this a day as far as the video goes. like I said, we'll got to get out of this gentleman's way here. Give you an idea of what the shop looks like. And this is their patio area, and that's where they have their taps for the beer. And it gives you a really nice shop. Okay, well, this is BJ Ondo. I'm signing off, and remember, we're out and about in Recumbents. Please, if you like the video, please subscribe. Click on the bell logo so you can be notified of our next video, and hit the thumbs up for us. We'd really appreciate that. All right, whatever you're doing, you have a great day. Bye.